Okay, today is it's July 30th, and it's just a progress video of the Saturn. I got the hood on so that I could check to see that it has clearance for the battery box as it's installed. So, thus far the progress is I got one battery box installed, not permanently, but I mean I got it in there, fit, and you'll see. Let me get in here and pull the hood latch. The rest of the batteries are going to go back here somewhere. Probably about 20 of them are going to go between these two wheel humps. But let me see if I can get this seat up here. And maybe between here to here, and on the other side I cut out a hole because the gas tank was right under here. The tall part of the gas tank was up to here. Rust bucket. And anywho, see my new glasses. Here is the battery box. You put the prop rod up here. With 10 of the 40 caliber China Aviation lithium battery company 100 amp hour 3.2 volt cells. There's 10 of them here. There's going to be, hopefully I can get another 10 or 12 behind or under the rear seat. I have to lift this thing off the ground. I also, since that last video, I've replaced the radiator, used the radiator mounts as a mounting plate for, build a mounting plate for the motor controller there, which is that Curtis 1230. And I mounted the DC-DC converter, which is a Chenik. This one came all the way from China. Still have hopes of using the air conditioning compressor as a vacuum pump for the brakes. I intend to run this vacuum line across here. And I want to build a vacuum storage tank that I can mount on the metal bracket there right behind the compressor. Put in a check valve and run a hose all the way over to the power brake booster. But yeah, I mean, I got this thing mounted so it's not touching any of the movable part of the engine, like rocket and you can see the thing rocking on its mounts. And that's a fairly beefy construction, bolted down to 2 pieces of 1 1/4 square tubing mounted to the pinch weld of the frame where it attaches to the side structure. That's the best way I could figure without compromising the structural rigidity of the whole thing. See right there, front mount works. Pinch weld. And the back one there runs under the master cylinder. Same with this side. And back there. So there it is so far. Whether I'm going to keep that box there or utilize the space behind the windshield washer reservoir where the coolant tank used to be, I could use that for some relays or whatever controls. A work in progress. Slow, and I ain't in no hurry. If I get it on the road this year, it'll be amazing. But I'll leave it open. That 70 pounds of batteries will compensate for the lightness of the motor. It'll be like, as far as the suspension, it'll basically replaces where the cylinder head and the engine, better part of the engine block went. So. That's the first battery box. I'll probably have to cut it down here and here for my supply cables going to the contactor and wherever else. And in the back I can notch out that, well, I shouldn't notch out that brace because I'm using that for strength. I run my cables up from the back. We'll see what happens, how I do things, because I'm engineering it as I go along. So, there is the project so far.